We bring to the limelight infant Cameroon startups and established businesses. We publish articles in the works and services. We organize mentorship and coaching sessions and equally provide a crowdfunding portal for our entrepreneurs. Today we'll be talking to one of Cameroon's young entrepreneurs. Just follow me. Hello, did I keep you waiting?
No, it's okay, it's fine.
Okay. With me on the show today is one young, good-looking entrepreneur, JATO Mark BIMI. Hello, JATO Mark.
Hello, Claudine. Thanks so much for the compliment.
You're welcome. It's nice to have you on the show as usual.
My pleasure is mine. The pleasure is mine.
I must say you look good.
And you look breathtaking.
Thank you. Am I allowed to crush on you?
Yeah, feel free. Feel free.
Okay, this is the second time we are having you on our show. And the last time we had you here, you talked about one of your projects, which is the Muyang Corner. Today we are positive you're going to be telling us more about the journey with this project and why not more?
Exactly. Yes, I think the first time I was here to talk about the Muyang Corner. And yeah, let's roll it.
Okay, just like myself, I know many out there want to know what this good-looking man is made up of. So can you please tell us more about yourself? Who is JATO Mark?
JATO Mark BIMI is actually a trained computer engineer specialized in telecommunication. But I actually found myself engaging in entrepreneurship, that is after my first degree. So I am a telecom engineer and a social entrepreneur.
Okay, so can you tell us about some of your projects?
Yes, I actually have a couple of projects, 3 of them to be precise. We have the Muyang Corner, which is an e-commerce platform. We sell mostly imported refurbished goods. Then we have BIMI's Consulting. BIMI's Consulting is actually a consulting firm, and what we do is we actually write business plans and business summaries, apply for funding for startups, and NTALA SHOW.
Oh, yeah. It might interest you to know that I'm with my boss on the show today.
Exactly, and I'm honored that one of my startups has invited me, so it's a pleasure. Okay. Once more.
So, what's the BIMI's Consulting all about?
Well, BIMI's Consulting, like I said, BIMI's Consulting helps startups and infant SMEs to apply for grants, and we also write business summaries for them, business plans. And also we help students, like very high achieving students, high performing students, to get scholarships. But those are our key services. We also have other services like writing business, CV, cover letter, letter of appeal, any corporate writing, we are into it. Yeah. Okay,
going through your social media pages, I stumbled on something which is the Muyang Group. Is this Muyang Group different from this BIMI's Consulting and Muyang Corner?
Well, thanks so much for that question. I think a lot of people have been asking that very question, and I will take this time to clear it out. Initially, like I came here the first time, it was Muyang Corner.
Oh, please, let me interrupt. Why the appellation Muyang?
Okay.
What's so particular about this name, Muyang?
Okay, first, Muyang is my mom's name. So I named the company after my mom because we connect at a very deep level. Okay. And also she was very, very instrumental to my whole journey. Like she actually fueled, or she actually, when I was moving to Douala, so she actually helped me out with the cash to start up. So I thought to myself, why not honor the person who gave you that? So Muyang. And also because it's an indigenous African name and it's a generic name. So I thought it was to sell our culture and our language to the whole wide world.
Okay.
Exactly.
So this Muyang Corner, Muyang BIMI's Consulting and the NTALA SHOW all fall under this Muyang Group?
Yes, exactly. The Muyang Group is like the holdings company. It's like a conglomerate that has 3 of the startups. So we manage 3 of the startups. Yeah, and what we're basically doing at Muyang Group right now is right now we have 3 projects, but now the future of Muyang Group is actually to come up with something like a stock exchange, like Wall Street. You heard of Wall Street? Yeah, there are a couple of businesses here in Cameroon, but we never hear people say we are selling stocks, we are buying stocks. So what we would basically do is we would look into some of these entrepreneurs which have been which have worked with Bimi's Consulting, which have worked on your NTALA show. Then we now push them out to get investors to buy stocks and buy shares. Yeah, that's the dream of Muyang Group.
Okay, still going through your social media pages. I really did my research.
Apparently, you sleep on my social media pages.
I did my research, trust me.
Okay.
I realized you attended a couple of seminars, both at the national and international level. Can you tell us more about these seminars and the impacts they've had on your project?
Yeah, it's true. I've actually attended a couple of them, and it's all been it's been enriching. Sorry. Basically, what I did was, since I was coming from a whole engineering background and venturing into business, I needed knowledge. Like, what do I need to do to start? So the only way for me to attend my MBA, as I call it, was through seminars and through conferences, because they were free. I mean, I couldn't afford an MBA. So I attended some of these conferences, and another advantage I got was networking. I got to meet a lot of people, and people with whom I do business today.
Okay.
Yes.
So how sustainable is this Muyang Group?
Yeah, Muyang Group, we've come up with a couple of models. When we started in 2018, the models were really shallow, but thanks to these conferences, which you pointed out, we have redefined and redesigned our models. Like, our models now work on we work on other people's money. Like, we use the concept of other people's money, other people's resources, other people's skill sets. Let me break it down for you. Muyang Corner, we have a service called Barry Container Management Services. So there we actually guide those who want to send goods down here on what to buy, when to buy, and that way they can now send us their goods to sell for them. So we are using their goods, and when we sell, we keep their money. Bimi's Consulting, we have consultants on the platform who are really skilled. They are highly skilled in what they do. So we use their skills, we market the platform, we get customers, and they consult. The consultants have their share, we have our share. And your NTALA show, we are creating content for people. It's not still us. We are just putting that content. So our concept, our model is all about using other people's skills and the rest. And I think that is how sustainable we would take Muyang Group to the next level.
Okay. So again, I realized you've been working on the book, and I don't know, it's like you're into everything. You're an entrepreneur, you're an engineer, you are a writer. I don't get it. So what is this book all about?
Well, thanks for that question. And I think a couple of people have been asking me that, like, what are you really doing? So yes, I am actually working on a book, and I've cultivated that attitude of writing. I think I've published a couple of articles. One was Land Against Value. I don't know if you've seen it. It's on my social media pages. Yes. So with these conferences, I've learned a lot, and I have that attitude to always share. So I realized that for me to share what I've learned is through writing. Okay. So coming back to your question, the book. Yes. How did you know about the book, by the way? Are you stalking me?
Like I said, I did my research.
Okay. All right. That's great. Smart one. Yeah, the book, Hustle Code. That's the title of the book, Hustle Code. Yeah, Hustle Code. What every young entrepreneur needs to know about the journey. So
how did you get there, Hustle Code?
Yeah, it went through some metamorphosis, like they say in biology. Wow. Like, initially the title was not that, but I had to consult with those who write, because I'm not a writer. So they gave me a couple of concepts, and looking at my story, they said, okay, let's go with Hustle Code. So the whole book is about sharing my experiences through life from 2018 when I started. That is my transition from school, my transition from University of Buea, where I studied, to where I got into entrepreneurship and where I am. So I'm trying to share that story to the world.
Okay. Yeah. been through a lot this past years and you had to put it down in writing. I mean, to share your story with others, motivate them, and they're like, okay, so what should we be expecting from the Muyang Group? What should we be expecting from JATO Mark BIMI in some, let's say, a year or so from now?
Well, I think what we are currently, what our audience should expect from us has to do with uh, we are working so hard, like our team, we are working so hard to make sure that our projects are actually all established and serving the target market. Yes, and also creating value, because that is the whole objective, and attaining our goals as well. Then making money. I mean, we are not yet.
That's the goal. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, right now, as a young Cameroonian entrepreneur, what are some of your setbacks?
Well, right now, I think our main setback, our major challenge now is human resource.
Okay.
Like if we could get an HR firm to actually design our organigram, get us the right team, because I think our models are somehow really feasible. Yeah, we've discussed with a few mentors. So what we need is human resource, and with the human resource plus our models, we think that we can get to the bank for funding, because the very next thing is also funding. We don't want to go for funding and come back and have no team to produce. We want to get the team, we go for funding, and we'll bring it. And I also think on the book, can I go back to the book?
Sure.
Yeah, the book also has a couple of, it's not just about my journey, it also shares like my love life, you know. It goes, you know, there is this show by Kara Media, Ooze Out, you know, where he gets to put artists on the spot and ooze them out, you know, to say anything. So the book is like me oozing out. It talks about my love life, it talks about my view on politics. Like, I feel like we don't exist in a vacuum. So most young entrepreneurs are sharing from politics where we should really engage. And it also talks a lot about religion. I'm a Christian, and how I grew up with my dad and the attitude towards money and stuff. In the nutshell, I think a couple of it would be on the book. And to conclude, I think throughout my journey, I've actually also had a lot of people stand by me. And I had this young girl who, you know, took it all and stood by me for 9 years.
Wow.
Yes, she stood by me for 9 years, despite all the ups and downs. She was there. So I think what next would be for me to actually just put something for this young lady. If you don't mind.
I think you are this lady, and I actually traveled the world to get this. It was actually washed off the shores of the Nile, yeah, from Egypt. And will you be my wife? Would you do me the honor of being my wife? Yes, for kidding.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Can I?
I don't think you minded if I change your name to something new. Would you think
Your hands are down, that shot's looking
change my name to I love you?
Oh.
We both
Can you just say?
I'm still rolling. So, Dean, have fun.
Just follow my bride, man. Show close. Take your camera. Take your.